Oi, 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 oi. As the court can clearly see, the accused is pictured, gun in hand, facing the victim over the shop counter. No doubt coercing the proprietor to open the door to his storeroom even, whatever. Quite. One can only too easily imagine the events that unfolded. The court will take this photographic print as evidence, if you please, counsel. Yeah. Fine. Let's see it. Oh, I can't rotate this one. But I can zoom in. Kitty! The notice, the words, the ledger, the dog, the skull, the doll. I didn't remember the doll being there before. The man. And Gina. Oh, Gina. Why'd you have to be an idiot? Maybe that's why the gun was in her hand. She got knocked out with the gun in hand. And what shot him was the gun that the real perpetrator shot. Probably, I bet you is that fucking stupid dancing Eggs Benedict guy. Bet. Okay, here's a door. So it says it's red. Does that mean it's locked? I'd imagine that means it's locked. Actually, wait, can I click on that? No, I can't, okay. Never mind. I don't believe it! Ginny! In short, the accused is the only person who could possibly have killed Mr. Winnebank. Ah! Oh, who's this? I say, oh, probably one of the jurors. I say, my lord. Wonder if I'm gonna put in a word at this point. Go ahead, Mr. Foreman. Took a bally bullet to the knee, Battle of my Wand, 1880, don't you know? Decorated for it and all that, but forced to retire from service, sadly. Of course, a medal can never outshine the exploits of chaps like us in the battlefield. Yes, Mr. Foreman, and what exactly is your point? Carried on the battle after retirement, you see. The battle of daily life, if you like. And here I am now, leading this small squadron. 6 men, all good and true. And we'll all go down together. You mark my words. One for all, and all for one. What are you talking about? The ladies and gentlemen of the jury have reached agreement, have they? Oh, okay. Is that what we are to understand? Well, Foreman, is that correct? In a manner of speaking, yes. That is the Garadev squadron's position, sir. What? No! It's too soon to make a judgment here. Status report for the court, man. On the double.
His lordship insists on promptitude at all times, and that goes for decision making too.
Who? We've definitely never met this man before. I think you'll find the truth is a clear day now. I could reach out and touch it. I wouldn't have left it in there. I just wouldn't. Oh, but in all honesty, I can't actually remember.
Situation cleared. Stop. No room for doubt. Stop. Truth now undeniable. Stop.
I am very sorry for brother. They are unlucky. Very well. I now call upon each member of the jury to state his or her leaning in this matter. Announce your considered verdicts to the court.
Yuzai.
Yuzai.
Yuzai. Yuzai.
Yuzai.
Yuzai.
I forgot that they're all speaking in Japanese. We must have heard them speaking in Japanese the first case, or not the first Britain case, right? Because that wouldn't have been in English, and yet I have no recollection of them saying it. Yuzai. It does indeed appear that the jury is unanimous in its leaning already.
That photograph. It must be the definitive evidence. It must be the definitive evidence that Gregson mentioned. But Ginny didn't shoot him.
No, of course not. But we also need to fucking get a statement from her telling us what happened. Obviously, she could tell us, right? Before she got fucking knocked out. My lord, the defense wishes to assert its right to a summation examination. Very well. The court grants permission. So, you refuse to admit defeat again. How unsurprising. We shall proceed immediately with a summation examination.
But if we had admitted defeat, it would be a boring trial.
Mr. Foreman, are all members of the jury ready? Absolutely, sir. Always ready for actions, my chaps. Very good. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, you will each explain on what grounds you have determined the defendant to be guilty.
God, why does he have to be such a fucking stinker? Fucking perv just eyeing over the goddamn maid.
All the evidence clearly points to figures of guilt that this young pickpocketed Neen. What?
As a housemaid, I should like to see your filthy eyesores promptly and rigorously eliminated.
I think you'll find that if you look at the photograph in stereo, the truth will just pop out. If I had left it there, I should think there'll be repercussions by now.
Mind made up. Stop. Global radio transmission to a verdict to follow.
Stop. In Motherland, we say never judge by clothes, judge by head. I am convinced brothers are innocent.
So he understands it now, I guess? Whatever.
Circumstances of the crime and the evidence do indeed implicate the defendant rather comprehensively. The storeroom, locked from the inside, in which the victim and the accused were discovered alone. And in the accused's hand, the fatal revolver, the firing of which was heard by these witnesses. Not to mention, this print! Taken from a chap who's seen action on the battlefield. That young girl's on the verge of pulling that bally trigger. Except for the fact that it's not pointing at him at all, but if you say so.
Thanks a lot, Mr. Sholmes. Oh dear, Hurley's cameras were supposed to help, not hinder.
I'm afraid I think you have an uphill struggle ahead of you.
But Gina didn't shoot Mr. Windebank. God, if only we can get a statement from the defendant. Crazy, right? Which means there's more to the situation that we've yet to see. Agreed.
You have the floor, counsel. Proceed with the summation examination.
All the evidence clearly points the finger of guilt at this young pickpocketing, pocketing, maybe? You're Mr. Natsume's landlord, Mr. Garadeb, aren't you? We really must stop meeting like this.
Ah, you're a lawyer chap. Well, there's a turn for the books. But that's a turn, whatever. Yes, rather a turbulent time we got back then.
Wasn't this only a few days? Oh, maybe not. How long has it been since then? A week? I don't know. Some extraordinary events took place at your house, that's for sure. Luckily, Mr. Sholmes and I were able to get to the bottom of it all. I think we did rather a lot for you, didn't we? We sent your... Is his wife in jail? Because she accidentally killed a person. I mean, obviously. I wouldn't be suggesting that, therefore, you should change your leaning to not guilty or anything.
Can't be denied, I suppose. The curse of the Garadeb house was the talk of the town after that business. Lodgers moved out, and I couldn't get a bally soul to take up the tenancies.
Oh.
Haven't had the heart to break the news to Joni yet. Bad enough that the old girl's clapped up.
Oops.
Yes, can't be denied. You did do rather a lot, but not for us. That's for dash certain.
I suppose not.
Of course. There can be no suggestion of that being the reason I'm leaning towards guilty here, obviously.
Obviously. But honestly, I really wish he'd pay more attention to the trial, and less to juror number 2. As a housemaid, I should like to see all filthy eyesores promptly and vigorously eliminated. Polishing the bench, I see. Again. A maid's work is never done. Not a blemish must remain. What exactly do you mean by filthy eyesores?
On my way to market for his lordship, I have to pass through the East End. The place is full of beggars, pig purses, and crossmen, the scum of the earth.
A little harsh, perhaps. What's a crossman?
Let me be plain. If it were up to me, all those back slums would be made spick and span or eradicated.
Rude, they're just poor.
At least we have people like the Great Detective working to achieve those important goals.
You're referring to Mr. Herlock Sholmes?
That's right. I like to keep abreast of his exploit by reading Rand's magazines in between my duties. He does wonders, cleaning up London's streets. In my opinion, he should be declared an honorary maid of the capital.
Is he going around cleaning up slums? I don't think that's what he's doing. Mr. Sholmes? A maid?
It's really quite unforgivable. Gutter scum having the audacity to shoot our very greatest detective.
That's nothing to do with minor detail. It was the two brothers in the stand who shot Mr. Sholmes, not the defendant.
A minor detail indeed. They're all gutter scum as far as I'm concerned.
Well, it just may be the idea to get our facts straight anyway. There's more bias here. This bitch is fucking has a problem against poor people.
Yes, alright. I shall amend my statement. Those brothers are the scum of the earth. They should swing for shooting the Great Detective.
Should I press this? What are you gonna say about this? I agree with you. The shooting of Mr. Sholmes was an unforgivable act. But the purpose of this trial is to determine who shot the pawnbroker, Mr. Winterbeck.
I'm afraid you're splitting hairs, sir.
Sorry.
Whether it was the thieves or the pig purse, it was still gutter trash that shot the pawnbroker in the end. Filth that should be cleaned up and eradicated, in my considerable opinion.
Thanks so much for sharing. Changing this maid's mind is going to be easy.
Runa? He was one of those two brothers that shot Hurley, wasn't it?
Yes, without question.
Well then, I'll never forgive them.
Oh, Iris.
Perhaps we can use this maid's statement to help us somehow, don't you think?
Yes, maybe. Let's listen carefully to what each juror has to say first. Okay, now I know that her statement is important. I think you'll find that if you look at the photograph in stereo, the truth will just pop out. What do you mean, look at the photograph in stereo? Sorry, what? Don't you know? If you look at the photograph, it prints normally. It looks as though the pickpocket girl is about to shoot the victim, obviously. But there's no indication that the defendant ever fired the gun. All I'm saying is that if you look at the same printed stereo, it can reveal all sorts of new information. Do we have a second picture of the same thing? Oh, you know what? Nah, no we don't. What? By any chance, are you a fan of stereoscopes? Oh, how did you know? Let's call it a lucky guess. It never gets old, seeing the two prints merge into one before your eyes. It's extraordinary. It's captivating. It's the height of modernity. Of course. Oh yes, I think you'll find that the stereoscope is here to stay. Giving us new perspectives we could only dream of before. It's the greatest invention the world has ever seen. If only you could give me a new perspective on this case, I might agree with you. If only we can see something. If I had left it in there, I should think there'd be repercussions by now. What exactly have you been muttering about all this time, sir? You keep talking about having left something somewhere or something like that? Ah, so sorry. As you can probably tell, I'm a surgeon. A surgeon? That totally passed me by. Haha, of course, people conducting surgery in this country aren't considered to be doctors. Oh no. What? Even though me and my kind are on the forefront of medical science, the real brains in the field. What? Surgeons are not considered doctors. So, what is it that you think you've left behind? Oh, well, that's a little embarrassing, to be honest. You see, I was operating on someone yesterday. Standard thing. Went in through the abdomen. But when I'd finished the procedure, I couldn't find my scalpel anywhere. What? Did he? Surely not. Exactly. Surely not, you say to yourself, don't you? Worrying, isn't it? That's what it's been troubling me this whole time. Could I really have left my scalpel inside the fellow's belly? No, of course I didn't! So, and there you have it. Like I said, a little embarrassing, really. That's one way of putting it. The other is manslaughter. That's exactly my concern, and seeing as this case appears to be all but sewn up, I need to focus on trying to remember exactly what I've sewn up elsewhere. No, I'm sure I made sure everything was back as it should be. Well, as sure as you can be without being sure. I'm sure you need to be more sure. What a waste of time.
Mind made up, stop. Global transmission.
Sorry, radio transmission. What do you mean?
Are you from the Far East?
Stop. Yes, from the Empire of Japan.
All communication with Far Eastern nations used to take place by mail. Royal Mail steamers take more than a month to complete the journey. But now we have the electric telegram, so we can send messages using electrical signals. Thousands of miles of cables have been laid along the ocean beds, connecting the entire world.
Oh, is that how it works? I guess I never really thought about it. Thousands of miles of cable on the ocean bed. It makes my head hurt just thinking about it. Is that really how it worked? That sounds stupid. But I guess what else can you do, right?
You are well informed, young lady.
But cables will soon become a thing of the past. Stop. And just when I was starting to catch up. Radio transmissions of the future. Stop. Messages carried over airwaves to four corners of globes. Stop. Excitement growing. Stop. Atmosphere electric. Stop. Right. Try not to wear out your fingers. Era of wireless telegraphy. Stop. Driving technological revolution. Stop. And people say inventions like the stereoscope are the height of technology. What utter piffle. I can't understand it. I really can't. They're just silly toys. Oh, someone mad. Do I have to pursue this? This has nothing to do with the case. God damn it. Juror number 3. Sorry to interrupt while you're obviously fuming, but... What? Do you perhaps have something to say about juror number 5's last remark? As if I couldn't guess. Oh, you bet I do. Say that again. Go on. I dare you. Goodness, are you talking to me? I think he just might be, yes. You think stereoscopes are just toys, do you? Huh?
Absolutely. I mean, really. A machine to view photographs in 3 dimensions? Why on earth would you not just use your eyes to look at the world around you? It's all 3-dimensional.
What a great way to appease the man.
No, I'm sorry. Stereoscopes are of no practical use at all.
You just don't know.
Pardon?
I think you'll find that viewing a photograph through a stereoscope can unlock all sorts of possibilities. I'm obviously gonna have to do a demonstrate. What sort of possibilities? Well, take a crime scene for example. If you had a pair of photographs from a crime scene that you could view through a stereoscope, it could reveal hidden clues you'd never noticed before.
What? Have you got any, Runo? Any prints we could look at with a stereoscope?
The cat? But haven't we already done this? Oh wait. Oh, we don't even have the cat in our inventory anymore. These were originally the cats, I guess. Are they still? I guess they're still, I guess. Like, do you want me to show the cat? Surely that can't be it. How about the sprint here? It should do the trick, I think. What? A pair of photographs from the crime scene? I can only think of the cat because that's a pair. But that's not. I guess they're both from the crime scene. Well, the coat wasn't from the crime scene, but do I want to present this? I was wrong. I can't actually think of anything we could use at all.
What? Really? Oh dear, I think maybe I need to have a stereoscopic look at your print sometimes.
What's that supposed to mean? What? I guess maybe I can't do it yet, or did I just show the wrong thing? Because I wanted to see the crime scene, the photo with Gina in it, but I don't have a second picture of that. Maybe I have to deal with this guy first. Deal with him, and then also the one person who's like, the brother shot, the whatever. How do you do this? Okay. Please tell me you're not a villain Bolshevik. The Russian revolutionary. Revolutionary? Da, I believe there is such a rumor. It's just a rumor. As you see, I have unfortunate appearance. I look like vicious criminal. Your words, not mine. Just want to point that out. People call me revolutionary, murderer, autocrat.
And which glove fits?
Good day. I am visiting London for sightseeing. I would like to take bus to Crystal Tower, please.
Right, that didn't sound staged at all. You'll forgive me for having my doubts.
To be treated like vicious criminal all the time, it is very painful. People do not realize.
Why is he saying the V's like W's? Is that how... Well, I don't think that's how you do it, what?
So I have much sympathies for these brothers. People say they are criminals only because of how they look.
The Skulkin brothers?
Da, maybe they went inside pawnbroker's shop, but they have done nothing wrong. That is all I want to say.
Skulkin brothers did nothing wrong that night. Alright, well first of all, that's one not so little misunderstanding I'll need to clear up straight away. Tell me something, Iris.
What is it, Runa?
The jurors are chosen at random from the inhabitants of London town, aren't they?
Yes, it's amazing he did it.
In that case, how is it that there's a Russian tourist sitting among them who looks for all the world like a revolutionary?
I wish I knew.
Okay. If I can't change the minds of more than half of these 6 jurors, the trial will be over.
But we know that Ginny would never shoot anyone.
Yes, so we need to find contradictions in what these jurors are saying and pit them against each other. I must be ready to go to whatever lengths I have to convince them of Gina's innocence. Okay. I had forgotten that you have to press X for it. Those 2 statements clearly contradict each other.
Lord, counsel, explain yourself.
Oh my statement? Contradictory?
C-O-N.
Juror number 6, you've got the wrong end of a stick.
I do not have stick. I have mouse.
As juror number 2 said earlier, when the Skulkin brothers fled the scene on the night in question, they fired a shot from their revolver.
Yes, they shot Paul and Mrs. Sholmes in the abdomen, I understand.
Surely you're not going to tell the court now that you didn't hear? Oh dear. I really hope the surgeon wasn't operating on fucking Sholmes with that scalpel, missing scalpel. That's going to be very awkward.
Abdomen. A-B-G.
Sir?
Sorry. My English is still learning.
You are telling the court you didn't hear?
Forgive me. I did not hear. Here is word. Abdomen. Part of person's body containing stomach and other vital organs. Is this what you mean? You should say in plain English. I am Russian, not native speaker.
Who thought it was a good idea to let this man be on the jury again?
Little mousey.
So, you are telling me these brothers who look like criminals were lying? They said before, we never done nothing. But the truth is, they shot detective. Da, this is double negative.
Oh, sorry, it was telling me to look around, so I wanted to see what you could find. I kind of want to see the mouse, but the fucking speech bubble thing is in the way. Yes, that's exactly right. Oh! Don't take it out of your mouse! Lying is wrong, especially when lie is said by a person who looks like criminal. Coming from you, that seems surprisingly prejudiced. This means when they said we never took nothing, maybe it was also a big fat lie. Is this true?
Well, according to the police report, no stolen goods were found, so...
Enough! Try trust no one now.
It's not the mouse's fault though, sir.
I must see my own eyes. I must investigate crime scene myself.
I'm afraid that won't be Yes, it is, Runo. Easily.
What? Sorry if you see me adjusting my fucking position a lot. I'm trying to like figure out a way to sit that's comfortable for me, but constantly being turned to the side is like hurting my side. Okay. Now, what the hell is she talking about?
Sorry. With the prints from Hurley's red-handed recorder. If you compare the prints, that picture's Genie and the next print from half an hour later, you'll be able to see straight away if anything was taken or not.
Oh, good.
Cooey, Mr. Prosecutor.
Cooey? Cooey. Cooey?
Tut tut. Calling on the prosecution in the middle of a summation exam of all times.
Who is Cooey?
The print showing the accused threatening the victim after she broke into the shop is this one. Following this, the victim and the accused moved into the storeroom.
I already forgot how I did his voice. Not that it matters.
Meanwhile, the Skulkin brothers entered the shop and summarily heard the fatal gunshot ring out. Sadly, none of those events were captured on film. This is the print produced by the camera half an hour later, after the brothers' flight. Right, I said that right.
So what's missing here? Don't notice it. I don't notice anything off the top of my head. Let me see if I can figure it out. For a second I thought it was a dog, but no, the dog's there. It's just a lamp that's broken, I think, maybe? From what I can see? I don't know. I had to see them side by side.
So this was taken after Hurley was shot then? As far as I can tell. Nothing has been taken.
But the lamp was broke? That does seem to be the case. I can't notice anything that's obviously missing in the second print. What about by the door?
So, the brothers who look like criminals told only one lie. They shot a man, but they stole nothing.
It would seem so, yes.
Good. No, not good. You were right. I did not understood the situation. Now I know brothers have lied. I think it is very important to continue with trial.
That doesn't make sense, but okay.
Yay! Well done, Bruno. The balance is shifting.
Well, it's a start, I suppose. But there must be more in what these jurors are saying that I can use to expose the truth. And if I can do that, we just might turn the situation in our favor still.
Thank you, counsel. Continue with the summation examination.
Okay, now I can do the stereoscope thing.
Kindly hand a new photographic print to the bailiff to be filed as evidence.
Okay. Another print in the court record. I wonder if we can make use of that. Yes, I know, okay. What is it? Do I have to... It's not pitting, right? Because I have to... Okay, let me just press her and then do the reaction thing. Oh, I don't want to accidentally skip it. Blah, 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 blah. Blah, blah, blah. Okay. Blah, blah, blah. Blah, blah, blah. Blah, blah. Okay. Blah, blah, blah. Talk about the stereoscope thing. Come on. Oh, there he goes. Okay.
Chotto!
Okay, skip. Get to the port. Yeah. God, this goes on for so long. Okay. Oh, yes, now I do. How about this print here? It should do the trick. Alright then, juror number 3. Are you saying that you can do this with any 2 suitable photographic prints? Of course I can. What was his voice? I already forget. Very well then, I'd like you to demonstrate. I'd be delighted to. Just give me one more print and I'll amaze you all. But only you can see it, right? Alright, these 2 prints were both taken with the same camera and window banks on the night in question. Yes, I see. Tell me, Mr. Lawyer. Do you know how stereographic images work? Do you understand the principle? Well, I think so. I did have a lesson only yesterday. Kitty! The left and right eye image needs to be the same, only with a slight shift in the position of some objects. And then, when your brain merges the 2 images together inside your head, it notices the shift as if it were depth. Yes, exactly.
It's that small shift between certain objects in the 2 pictures that are really important.
So what happens if you use 2 photographs that are exactly the same then? No, obviously that wouldn't work at all. Not for seeing the scene 3-dimensionally anyway.
Oh! Of course! Now I see it!
Ah, I think the young girl has discovered a secret. The cross-eyed thing still looks fucking silly to me.
I have!
Can you uncross your eyes before you tell me? That's so cute.
Have another look at these 2 pictures from Hurley's camera, Runo. Go on.
Don't make me cross my eyes, just do it for me. It hurts to cross my eyes.
Can you see that there's really obvious difference between them?
Of course there is. There are 2 people in the first, no people in the second.
Well, yes, you can see that straight away. But now, try looking at the pictures in 3 dimensions.
Alright, I'll give it a go. So, to start with, you have to cross your eyes, and then try to make the 2 pictures overlap exactly. Am I trying to do this right now, like, personally? It just becomes unfocused. I can't figure it out. I can't. I think there's like too much around me to look at that I can't focus on it. Let's see if by crossing my eyes I can make the quill pens from each picture overlap in the middle. Just do it for me. I can't do it. Wait, is it the lamp? It better not. You better not be talking about the fucking lamp because I already knew that.
Well, did you manage to see it properly, Runo?
So are they expecting you to fucking do this? I don't want to fucking do it. Let's see. The only thing I can think of is a lamp, but what's going on with these 2 pictures? Oh, some of the things on the counter sort of jump out at you. Damn it, they covered fucking Zeke's eyes so that you can't see him going cross-eyed. Fuck, come on. Oh my god, I wish I could see him cross-eyed. That would be so funny. Yes, that's it, you see. That's the other amazing power of Stereoscope. Other amazing power? Is someone gonna explain this? Black magic, eh? Why the deuce do some of the things on the counter seem to jump out at you like that, No idea what they're talking about. I think you'll find that if you consider the basic principle of the stereoscope, you'll answer your own question. Basic principles of the stereoscope? As I said before, if you try to look at 2 identical pictures using a stereoscope, it won't work at all. It's a slight shift in the positions of certain objects that lets you see the pictures 3-dimensionally. In other words, even though at first glance, it seems that the objects on the counter haven't moved at all between the 2 pictures. This shows that actually, there must have been a slight shift in their positions. Why don't you do the merging thing for me so I can see what the hell you're talking about?
Yes, there must have been.
God damn it, are you really not gonna show it to me? Now hold your fire there, sir. Got a reasonable grasp of this whole cross-eyed business now, I say. But why the devil does the shift between the 2 prints exist in the first place? Well, what's the answer, fellow? Come on, you're the cross-eyed master.
What?
Me? I haven't the first idea.
You know, Runo, it's quite simple.
It is?
Just think it through step by step. The first photograph was taken at 1 a.m. And then, 30 minutes later, the second photograph was taken. But the position of some items on the counter appear to have shifted slightly in the interim, whatever. So that means?
That means that sometime in the half-hour interval, someone must have tampered with the things on the counter. Zookers! What? Zockers? Whatever, I don't know. Someone tampered!
New information.
Stop! Not mentioning testimony so far! Stop! Yes, we've had to go around in circles a little here, it seems. But I'm starting to see what I should be aiming at in Summation Examination now. Ladies and gentlemen, the question now is clear. We know that the items on the countertop were moved, but by whom? Are you suggesting you might know? Of course. I can tell you right now who is responsible for the almost imperceptible shift in the items on the counter. I don't know. Was it? I'm like, my mind is going like Windabangs because maybe he just accidentally pushed the book or something by accident into the stuff, or it's either the criminals that they accidentally knocked into it, or they were looking for something. I don't know what you want me to think. I don't know what the line of logic is that you want me to think. I can tell you right now who's responsible for the almost imperceptible shift of the items in the counter. It's imperceptible, right? So that means it was only like a slight shift within the 30 minutes. I don't know. No, that was wrong. That's wrong, okay. So not Windabanks, that's fine. Blah, 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 blah. It should be not clear now, even to you, who is responsible for the impeachable shift in the direction of this trial. Toward the absurd. Let me guess. Me. It's fine. Shift aside, my Nipponese friend, and let the real lawyers do the talking. I really felt that one.
If you think about it, it has to have been someone who was in Windabanks when everything was going on, doesn't it?
Well, yes, that's true.
So? That narrows it down quite a lot, I think.
I'll have another think. We know somebody must have touched the things on Windabank's counter. So who was it? Gina? No. The brothers? But does it matter which I present? I don't know. It could also have been Gina when she left. I don't fucking know. Is it this? Okay, it was the witnesses currently in the stand. The Skulkin brothers. The mouse is like a little dildos. This does not agree with what brothers said in testimony before. They said they did not even have time to pull dukes from Lucy lockets. My phrase book says dukes is meaning hands, and Lucy lockets is meaning pockets. But is this another lie? Is that what you're going to say? Yes, I'm afraid so. Well, now hold on there a minute. You can't be sure of that.
I quite agree. The accused is a common pick purse after all.
Fuck my life, I'm trying to move my goddamn leg. Okay, sorry. Yeah, there. Goddamn.
It's perfectly possible that she went through the things on the desk to see what she might steal.
I think that's unlikely. And why exactly? As you can see from this photographic print, the defendant is pointing a gun at the victim. She was not pointing the gun at the victim, first of all. It's pointing up. What does this mean? It would seem, as my learned friend indicated, that she was coercing Mr. Windabank to open the storeroom door. In other words, Miss Lestrade's interest lay within the storeroom, not in the main shop, giving her no reason to touch anything on the counter. All of which points to one thing. The Skulkin brothers have omitted key facts in their testimony.
But the accused is a pig purse. Common gutter trash. Why look any further for the wrongdoer here?
Because the Skulkin brothers are thieves, madame. No better, in fact, worse than a pig purse. Is a pickpocketer not also a thief? They both steal. I believe that these brothers were looking for something on the victim's counter that night. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, if you would condemn the defendant on the grounds that she is a pickpocket, would it not at least be right and proper to thoroughly scrutinize testimony given against her by two thieves? Well said. I, for one, would like to hear more from that shady pair. Oh, that's a good touch. That's a good touch. Using his head. But he also has that thing on his head, so that would have hurt. Also, how did he get in here without touching anything, dude? Can you all see now?
I think you'll find stereoscopes aren't playthings. You've seen their extraordinary potential firsthand. I wholeheartedly agree. Stop. Must purchase after trial. Stop. We'll return home via Regent Street. Stop.
Whatever. Well, it would seem this trial has yet to run its course. The ladies and gentlemen of the jury have declared their inclinations via the mighty scales of justice. I hereby call this summation examination to conclusion with the balance altered in the defendant's favor. 2 lean to guilty, 4 lean to not guilty. Accordingly, the jury is worked without consensus. And I order this trial to continue.
Yay! Well done! Oh, and by the way...
What?
You should hold on to this, Runo. You never know when it might come in useful.
Twice in one trial would be unusual, surely. But alright. Okay. Clearly means that we're gonna be using this later. Except I won't be, but... Lord Van Zeeks. You will instruct the witnesses that the court demands additional testimony from them. I'm sure it won't spoil the bouquet to do so, my lord. Bouquet? What bouquet? I've won myself another chance to probe that pair about their activities that night at least. And I won't stop probing them until I've proven that Gina is innocent. Ah, this is to be continued. Just kind of hoping to play more. Do I want to keep going? No, you know what? I'll stop here. I'm gonna just be smart about it. Be more of an adult, because if I go, it's gonna get dark, and I have to be up early tomorrow. So, whatever. Well, we've got some part of the trial down. Wasn't a whole lot. Talked to 2 witnesses, got to sway the jury, and all that good shit. Yeah. Continue this next time whenever I pick this up again. Man, I just wish I could just be a gamer. So I could play whenever I want. But yeah. Once again, thanks so much for watching. If you've been watching this series so far, hope you've been enjoying it. Like I said, I don't think we're coming close to an end of the game. But I think there's still a lot more to this episode. But, you know, we're getting there. We're making our way. We're in the last episode. Okay. What is it? How do I end this? How do I end this? How do I end this? I don't know.
Bye.